Welcome to Crescent City with your hosts Natalie Jean and Jackie Zabrowski.
I'm sorry, that bachelor party.
That bachelor party,
I feel like they deserve
to
have
in
to
a shower.
Oh no, you had to pee in the dark once.
Oh my God, this one time I had to pee and there were no lights. I mean,
it's gonna make you stronger at
Let's
the
be
end
real.
of the day, ladies.
if you're in a poop cruise, if you happen to find yourself on a poop cruise, you got to make the best of it.
I just feel like a lot of what they were describing is just living in Brooklyn as
Yeah.
a 20-something.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to find a place to shit.
Just
And
poop.
sometimes it's somebody's bed.
Sometimes it's somebody's.
I'm over here desperate for my flaps.
I don't know if they're gonna stay, babe.
I want these flaps. If for those of you that are unlucky enough to not be watching the video, I am currently sitting
You're like,
here.
did Jackie actually shave her head?
No, I know because it looks so real. And I'm wearing a bald cap. And for those of you that don't know, and if you haven't experienced work with a bald cap, it's one of the most frustrating accessories you could put on. And if you are watching the video, you can see that I didn't do a good job. And that's fine.
You don't need to.
But
it's the gist of the idea.
It's, verisimilitude. That's not what this means. But I will say that I did get corroboration because our amazing producer, Adam, did say that the one time that he had to work with a bald cap, that, it takes a professional
Of
hours.
course. I mean, that's why there are professionals who apply them.
Properly apply one. So that's not what's happening up here. But, I was trying to find a wig of a buzz cut. And I tell you what, I did chop all of the hair off of a wig like it was a Barbie doll to see if it would work, as if I didn't expect to look like weird Barbie afterwards. I looked like someone that had become truly undone. And that's not the character I'm trying to portray. It might be.
I think you should keep it for another day, though.
You think I'm not going to use it for something? I'll use it for something.
That was.
The flaps. My face is covered in spirit gum.
I think you need to let it go emotionally.
I need to let this fucking bald cap.
The way you're holding it right now looks like you're very frustrated with
or
me.
I'm reading your mind.
Or you're reading my mind.
Actually, I do look like a mentalist right now in a couple of ways.
You do look like a mentalist.
Natalie. Don't worry, Natalie. I know what you think.
I don't think you're supposed to call them mentalists.
Oh, is that not what you
I was
say?
making a joke.
Oh. Why? Because
about
my
being
mind
insane.
is so big.
Yes, I meant about being a crazy person. And
I'm definitely giving more. I don't even want to say I'm giving more Anton LaVey than I am giving. I think I'm just. It looks like my head is dirty. I was trying to I had already applied it. I was trying to make it look like a buzz cut. And now I just look like a dirty baby that's head got stooped in the shit on the poop cruise.
I'm sure on Midgard there is a dirty baby somewhere, so you could be playing that baby.
I'm soldier dirty baby right now.
Yeah, soldier dirty baby.
Bad soldier dirty baby. Don't give me a gun because I'm gonna shoot that diaper right off of ya.
It's like what's the baby boss baby?
Boss baby. Oh yeah. I'm always thinking about boss baby.
So it's like the leader of the army is a baby.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could direct soldier traffic from a crib.
Like go that way. Go that way.
Yeah, you'd have to include a couple googie goggies in there.
Yeah, that's why it's adorable.
Yeah, and everybody loves when I'm acting like a baby, especially when I have spirit gum seeping down from my forehead.
You doing okay today?
I was telling Adam, I was like, see, I don't need spirit gum remover. I was like, you see a real true one, like a real one, you're just going to rip that right off your face. But what do you do when you get the spirit gum all over your hands and now it's all over my computer and now all of my drinks are sticky and my phone is sticky?
I have a adhesive remover, but I don't think it's here.
Blah, 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 blah. I can't hear you over the flapping of my capping.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I do look like I'm trying to be a nudist old school pilot.
You do. You look a little bit like it's that kind of pilot hat that Tank Girl wears.
Yes. Yeah. Or yeah, I look like I'm in Mystery Men.
Oh yeah,
A little bit.
a little bit. And that's I mean, maybe they have that in Midgard, and we're gonna go zip down there right now.
I guess
You're a little bit
technically-
like a little paratrooper,
Oh,
but you have
thanks.
wings, so I guess you don't need a parachute.
Yeah, I don't need a parachute, Natalie, unless I just am trying to fit in.
Yeah.
But maybe, I feel like maybe we are like on Midgard, kind of like those characters. You know what I mean? I don't remember what I was saying.
I don't
and then
know what that
I was
means,
struggling
but-
with trying to get the
okay.
slime open, and then I lost my train of thought.
All right,
I
cool.
can't get the slime open. And this is going to derail the entire episode.
Probably.
I got to wait for the slime to slink back to the bottom of the container because it is keeping the container closed currently.
Physics. You get
Yeah.
a little bit of everything on this show.
Yeah, get me on a pilot seat. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna stop thinking about the flaps.
Do
Eventually.
you think you can?
No.
I think you can't. But I mean that with love, and that it's okay. You have spicy thoughts.
No, I feel that way in the same way that like why I don't wear fake nails
I
because I
couldn't.
feel like I can feel, I can hear the nails on my hands at all times. That's what these flaps are about to start being for me.
I give you permission to take the cap off.
For similitude.
No. No.
Just gonna keep saying verisimilitude. And I gotta stay in character, Natalie. And you, honestly, as Celestina, you should fucking know that.
I know. If you did take it off, every time I'd look at you, I'd be like,
What? Who are you? Ugh.
you're taking me out.
Yeah, I'll take you out. Where you want to go, bitch?
I would love to go to a pool. Can we leave?
Yeah, we're going
Okay.
to a pool. Sorry, can't finish the episode. We got to take our coffees and go to the pool.
Can we start recording from a
the
pool?
Yeah, this is gonna start being a hot tub stream.
Ooh,
But I want us in
OnlyFans.
Full cosplay. Like I don't want it sexy. I just want
No.
us wet and also doing the
Very,
same thing.
yeah. Just full wearing socks in there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was trying to get my knee pads on earlier. Natalie's like, you don't need the knee pads on yet, and you are correct.
We need a knee cam. So as we're
cam!
recording, we need a second lower cam. That cam only goes on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's upskirts, but yeah,
No,
we
no,
can
no.
do
You don't
knee
get
cam.
no.
It's knee cam.
It's
everybody.
angled so you can't see anything sexy. It's just the bottom
Okay.
half of us while we're recording. Because they're like, what do their costumes look like underneath? That's so interesting. So knee cam goes
Knee
on OnlyFans,
cam.
and this part goes on YouTube, and wherever you get your podcast.
You can get us anywhere.
Chapter 9, Bryce and Hunt are at their respective destinations. So we have Hunt awaiting Celestina, and Bryce is on her lunch break at the Fae Archives because she went to work.
Ugh, it's like they still expect her to go to work. I feel like you should get at least a year off of work if you save everybody.
Or like a Chipotle, your
Oh my
celebrity
God.
card.
Oh, or like the Dina Lohan black card at Dunkies, I believe it was.
Ew, she got it from. Why did Dina Lohan get that?
The mother of greatness deserves anything.
She's so gross.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think it was Carvel.
Wow. I didn't know you were into weird stuff, Carvel, because her mother is gross.
Yeah, but I mean, you can put those crunchies into anything. I will say I recently received a magazine because I got high and got a subscription for a magazine.
Mhm.
And it is Delish magazine. And in Delish,
Mm.
they had a bunch of copycat recipes. And one of them was explaining how to make the crumbles inside of a Carvel cake. And
Oh.
I feel like this is information we need to know.
I mean, I'll eat them if you make them.
And you could definitely find it for free online rather than paying for a magazine. But
It's nice to have a magazine to
I
look through.
miss magazines. I like magazines.
And I bet Bryce also would because she
Oh,
loves
she would.
being in the Fae Archives. So Bryce is.
It was Carvel, by the way.
We're with.
It
Thank
was a
God.
Carvel card. And I will do anything in my power to get a Carvel black card someday.
Well, Bryce should have gotten one.
She should have. You're right.
And she didn't. No, she has to go to work in her little office.
Blech.
And we're with her at her POV, and she's trying to find ways to get Hunt to laugh on the phone because he's nervous about his new boss. And
Yeah, because the old one was a bit of a stick in the angel mud.
but like she has to keep reminding him he isn't a slave now. He's choosing to work there because he basically wants to help Isaiah.
But that's like saying, it's like, what job would we have after this, Natalie? Look at us. You know what I mean?
I think we would have to just go to beg for change.
We'd have to beg for change because, like, what is the Umbra Mortis supposed to do if he's not the Umbra Mortis? You know, like, I
think he just wants to have sex with Bryce.
Yeah, but unfortunately, well, they don't have OnlyFans on Midgard, or else that could pay the fucking bills, especially the person that saved everybody, and we get to watch them have sex.
They might have it.
Sign me up.
They have only fins for Therian. So she is trying to get Hunt to laugh, and she's kind of succeeding, but she knows he's still really filled with concern, obviously.
Yeah.
She herself has scrolled through the interweb, trying to like gauge Celestina. She's mostly just getting feet pics pulled up and trying to find any gossip about her, but everybody's just kind of talking about how pretty she is. There's not any sort of rumors about how bad she is, which is not
more than that.
But it's not, at least there's nothing being like, she actually is the worst of them. You know, there's none of that online.
It's like, but I'd almost rather that than nothing. And then it's like, you know what to expect. It's the
It's
not
true.
knowing.
And that's
that
kind of,
just-
yeah, that's kind of where Hunt is
Yeah.
too. He's just like, I'm going to assume the absolute worst of her.
I would.
Yeah, you should. It's like, sometimes it's better to just not
Expect the worst.
anything. So we know about her is that she's allegedly very hot. Hunt tells her she might need to have dinner by herself that evening because he doesn't know what Celestina's going to ask of him, and then wants to know if Bryce has heard from, quote, Prince Dickhead. Just as she's answering no, Prince Dickhead Esquire himself appears before her.
Almost as if by magic.
Almost as if by magic.
Dickhead magic.
Stunned, she doesn't tell Hunt in that moment that he is there. Instead, pushes him off the call by saying her boss has appeared.
Okay.
So I get it. She's not like hiding stuff
She just
necessarily, but
Can't deal with it right then.
I think that a little bit of this scene, let's talk about the
We'll
scene.
talk about it.
So we cut to a few moments later as Bryce is glaring at Cormac, whom she can't help but notice is jacked now that he's changed into a t-shirt.
Thinking a little bit more about what Jessica said of like I mean, it could be worse.
She also notes the strange symbols tattooed on his left bicep. And do we find out what that is? And I don't
In
know.
head, it's really stupid tribal tattoos that mean absolutely nothing. But we don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's just
And just like, means wealthy in Japanese. And just like, okay,
are you sure?
why?
Do you speak Japanese?
Yeah,
or-
is
Oh.
there, okay,
No?
reason for it? Just wanted to let specifically anyone that can read. Anyway, I just feel like Cormac might be, at least of what we know about Cormac right now, I feel like
little
he
himbo?
would be, I think that he would have a bit of like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I don't know where the tattoo has come
Why
from.
are you a pirate? Why
Notice my tiny finger hook?
I
Did you see my
saw.
little finger hook?
Oh, that would be cute to have just a hook on your finger.
It doesn't hurt nobody. It's just a little hook. That honestly would come in handy.
Or 4 tiny hooks where your fingers used to be.
No, that
cute.
would be very difficult to like have a physical relationship with anyone.
But imagine you could hang ties off.
But yeah, you could hang tie, and then it's like then you're the closet, and then you don't need one anymore. You're right, Natalie. You are correct.
Yeah. I am usually correct. So he's got this tattoo. I don't know if that's going to come back or not, but Strange Symbols is interesting.
Yes.
She tells him to get out, but he again becomes preoccupied by the star on her bosom because it has once again begun glowing.
Also because it's on her fucking bosom. Yeah.
I mean, they're nice to look at. Come on.
Yeah.
He smugly tells her it glows for him because they are predestined and suggests an oracle told him so, which way to just put that out there in the middle of a sentence, just being like, wait, we're going to just waltz past that?
Okay.
This is news to Bryce, who gives him some earned lip, asking which oracle it was so she can kick their ass.
Hell yeah.
So apparently he's saying he got an oracle reading about Bryce. So not good.
Okay. But how do you know it's about Bryce?
We don't ever know because oracles can't just say something.
No, it's all riddles.
Oh, it's got to be a riddle? Okay. So in her thoughts at this moment, we learn that there are actually 12 oracles scattered across Midgard, including one that dwells under the sea.
Whoa, I just feel like at that point, wouldn't you want to go like check out all the oracles and be like, I just want a second opinion. I'd love to hear what this one, like what's this one's perspective, but I feel like you probably can't do that.
I imagine they don't want to. I think the oracles decide whatever. You don't get to choose.
No, and I guess they would know if you've already talked to another one of them too.
Because they probably have text chain or something.
Or like mind talk or something.
So,
you know what I look like? I feel like I look like Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon. Like I feel like this is with the flaps.
Oh, well, you know why? You're probably having cross memories. He wears this hat in Independence
Day. Oh my God, weirdly apropos. That is exactly what it is. It is exactly what it is. Yes, thank you. Although I don't think I'd be willing to
fly straight into the laser. Well, what if you were an alcoholic who'd kind of already fucked up your relationship with all your children?
Well, I mean, I am an alcoholic, but I also
No,
didn't
you're
have
not.
the kids to fuck. Well, I used to be, and then I didn't have to, and I don't have to. So it's kind of like I'm just like him. Oh my God, am I Randy Quaid?
No, he has kids though.
He does?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I imagine. I don't, all I can really ever think about with Randy Quaid is that
the
sex tape.
tape.
Yeah, it's
hard to not think about
the entire time, and they're wearing the masks, and I did watch the whole thing. So
it does suck that he sucks, and
that's not even why he sucks. Like it's like he sucks.
No, he super sucks, and it was heartbreaking for Henry because he started following Henry.
I know
on Twitter a couple years ago, right before he fully
really went
just
crazy?
Crashed out online, and Henry was so sad because we're like. Vacation,
huge Randy Quaid fans.
Randy Quaid Vacation series is like some of our favorite movies of all time. Or like fucking Cousin Eddie, yes. And then he immediately is doing Q stuff, and you're just like, well,
cool.
Maybe he should fly right into a laser.
Whoa, at least help us a little bit.
Come
do
on,
something then.
Come on, buddy, come on. He can't come into the country. Well, he couldn't come into the country to help anyway.
He'll get it underground.
Get it underground. So she can't go to the Oracle. How the fuck did we get over to this? So our conversations
it's
are...
my flaps.
Your flaps,
I'm
right.
living for flaps over here.
So we're at he got a different Oracle reading than she did, like from a different Oracle.
Okay.
And she, is just trying to brush it off, being like, well, let me kick this stupid Oracle's ass. And he's unmoved, calling her a half-breed and suggesting she's untamed. Wow.
So unique.
Yeah. So
well, he doesn't even know how unique he is. So
no,
fucking find out.
When she snaps at him, he tells her he didn't mean it in a way that he liked tame females, essentially saying as like he's flirting.
He likes the fight.
I didn't say I prefer tamed women.
Okay. All right.
She responds with gross, appropriately. She asks the second time what the Oracle said to him, since this is news to all of us.
Cormac glowered.
The Oracle of Alvan said I was destined to...
A little bit more pirate.
I don't agree. He's a pirate. He's too coiffed.
Suave, I know. He's too charming.
He's more of like a
pirate.
He's got like 6 different kinds of creams for his face in his bathroom. That's who I see.
Yes, he is very soft to the touch.
Yes.
And definitely one of those where it's like he knows how to fight, but it's like still doesn't have the calloused hands like an Umbra Mortis.
No, he does not have calloused hands. Which makes me believe there won't be a romance shift up, but sometimes SJM throws him in there.
You never know.
The Oracle of Alvan said I was destined to unite with a princess who possessed a star in her heart. That it is getting pirate.
But you're doing a better job than I do.
that our mingling would be great prosperity to our people. No, where's that going?
I like it.
To our people.
Bryce drummed her fingers on her glass desk.
A lot of room for interpretation there.
Trust an oracle to call sex mingling.
Cormac disagrees, but obviously there is room for interpretations because oracles are maddening.
Yeah.
And mingling could mean something else. They can't ever just say something in a paragraph. You have to interpret.
Oh my God, just say what you want to say. Who's got the time?
Not me.
But I guess that's part of it. It's part of the journey of like getting to know what it means.
I'm sick of journeys.
I know.
Just tell me.
I don't want to grow. I don't want to learn anymore. I'm done. I'm cooked, all right? It's over. No more learning happening here.
I like learning.
I guess.
I like it.
So I'll talk to the flaps. These fucking ears ain't listening.
They are blocking your ears,
So,
so.
or they're thinking about it. They're definitely, it's given, like, they're the front lines before my ears army.
Oh, that's nice.
Also, you really...
They're protecting.
It looks like I have Faye ears on, but no, my ears just stick out and you don't really notice because I have such big hair.
I thought you meant reverse Faye ears, like the bottoms of the pointy part.
Oh. I mean, if I could get it, I mean, I can't even get the bald cap attached, so I don't know if I'd be able to get the bottom halves, my danglies over here. But no, I just look like I'm about to fly away.
I'm like a bird. I
I don't know where my cap is. I don't know where my hair is.
It makes you more aerodynamic.
Oh my God, that is good because I've been meaning to bust it out of here.
Try.
Like a cannonball.
Bryce is losing interest in this conversation. She asks what he wants to get him out of there ASAP. And he's evasive, saying he just wants to see what his betrothed does during the day. When she sarcastically suggests that he seems flummoxed by a female with a job, he reminds her that chicks don't got jobs in Avalon, and she should probably prepare to adjust.
His voice was flat, his eyes hollow.
So as he speaks, it could be interpreted as coldness, or maybe that he is also not thrilled about this whole thing.
Interesting.
So he is there to kind of taunt her, but it's not like he's thrilled by it. He seems like he's got his own thing going on in there.
He's being a bit of a flybaby right now as well. It's more of like a get out, get away from me.
Yes, a little
It's
bit.
like, okay, if you have something to say, say it. Okay, you don't? Bye.
You're just
I'm
here
on
to
my
irritate
lunch
me?
break.
It's hard to say at this point what's going through his mind because he's also throwing some lines at her during this interaction, and there's something that could be considered akin to sexual tension.
Whoa. I mean, this is Bryce we're talking about.
She offers to pay him a bribe to get out of the union, which he laughs off. He's rich beyond his needs, of course. Plus, he tells her, once she bears him some heirs, she can take whatever lovers she'd like. Oh, well, okay then.
Cool.
When she tells him no,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I wouldn't want to
there's-
be a kept woman.
I wouldn't want to be a kept woman, but if it happened to happen in a positive way with someone I wanted,
Without just being in love.
yeah, but also then it's like, and then I get to just play, oh, I have a function.
I don't know. It seems like
Oh.
Princess Diana didn't love it.
No, she did do other things, She
was sure.
She made the heir, she made the spare, and then she was able to do whatever the hell she wanted.
But she wasn't happy.
Or was she?
Yeah, I mean, they still tried to shut her down. That's the thing.
Okay, I won't be a kept woman.
I don't think it's ever as good as you think it's gonna be.
Fine.
You know what I mean?
All right.
And that's what Bryce says. She doesn't want to live like chattel on his weird island.
Well, it's almost like the people that you should love that won't treat you like that are the ones that you should choose to want to be with, I guess.
I'm confused. So she says, no thanks to sleeping with him and living like chattel on his weird island is what she says. And
Okay.
he smiles and tells her he's never gotten a complaint about the first part and that she'd probably quite like it.
Stop it. Oh.
She scoffs, but notes he seems quite confident at his, quote, skills. He reminds her that it will help strengthen their people's bloodlines. Angered, she points to the exit. The Fae are not her people, she says. And she thinks with rage about their refusal, the Fae, to help humans during the attack.
Whoa.
He chastises her, calling her wild again, but she slams the office door in his face. And I have to say with this little interaction, we're getting some competition in for Hunt here. And we don't know where it's going, but I'm going to say I get a little bit of a Farah Rizlan kind of interaction between the two of them.
Little enemies to lovers. It's a little like, because it is spirited and there is that tension. It is very
like she like he's getting under her skin.
Yes, but like in a like stop. Like I do feel like there is the like, I'm not that beautiful girl you're supposed to be in love with. Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what comes of that. We go over to Hunt's POV around the same time where he is face to face with his new overlord Archangel, and we're meeting her too.
Hunt considered the beautiful Archangel seated at Micah's old desk. Glowing skin as dark as onyx brought out the light brown of her eyes, and her delicate mouth seemed permanently set in a patient smile. It was that smile, that gentle, kind smile, that threw him.
Take a seat, please. Naomi and
Too beautiful, too patient. We do not trust.
No, I'm not buying it.
Mm-mm.
Naomi and Isaiah are in the room with Hunt, and they are all treading lightly because obviously an Archangel, regardless of how they're acting, is terrifying because they can just like explode you at any time. He can't help but notice how many extra angels are flying past the window than normal, all being looky-loos trying to get a glimpse of their new boss, essentially. Hunt's feeling rattled by her initial entrance into the comitium, where instead of acting like a Miranda Priestley walking through the lobby, she's acting more like Nandy.
Whoa.
You know those references?
No.
It's Devil Wears
Man,
Prada.
there's been a lot of Devil Wears Prada talk recently, and I've never seen it.
Oh, girl, we gotta watch. It's one of my favorites.
I know it's great. It's just one of those that I just missed, and I just been meaning to go back to.
Oh, we gotta go watch. I want to go. Let's go watch it now.
All right.
I'm tired.
We're gonna be in the pool
Watching Devil Wears
also
Prada.
filming in these outfits.
Yay!
I think that it's fine. Come on, you guys know you'd hang out with us in the hot tub.
Oh, yeah. So then, Hunt's feeling like a little uncomfortable about how polite she was to everybody. Like being friendly, like welcoming herself and like saying, hi, it's so nice to meet you. And she mentions in this first initial meeting with them that they are the only Triari left from Micah's reign, and they're middle of their conversation. And Hunt goes again, thinks about Vic, who is a Triari.
At the bottom of the ocean.
Who is alive. And Hunt's just going, wow, she must be having a bad time down there.
Damn, she's still down there, huh?
Anyway, damn it, Hunt.
That's what makes me think that... I won't say it. The governor angled her head, her tightly curling black hair shifting with the movement. She wore pale pink and lilac robes, gauzy and ethereal, and the silver jewelry along her wrists and neck glowed as if lit by the moon. Where Micah had radiated dominance and might, she shimmered with feminine strength and beauty. She barely came up to Hunt's chest, yet she had a presence that had Hunt eyeing her carefully.
So we have this whole other... Is this character going to end up being a big part of the plot line? We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Celestina seems to note their apprehension and makes herself quite clear. She does not wish to have slaves who fear her. She wants to have a partnership with her angels to bring prosperity and safety to their territory and their people. Hunt is not buying it.
Oh, what you're going to see us as like 1/8 of an angel now, but that's like more than people would have in the past.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wow, great. So you're like, well, I don't want to like put you in a dungeon. Thanks, I guess.
Great.
But no, but like she seems at least on the surface like she is trying to make it clear that she doesn't want that kind of life with them.
And I don't think we trust like that.
I mean, you can't at least that quickly. She's got to earn it. And she knows, she actually says that. I want to earn your trust. But he's just not buying it. Surely she can't just be brushing off that he and his roommate
killed an archangel. Two archangels?
Just a few months ago. Celestina seems to pick up on that also and assures them that she'll earn their trust over time. Hunt still doesn't believe her. He almost wishes she would just come out and be cruel, but the cruel overlord that she assumes that she is. It's worse almost to be like Micah and feign compassion, only to snatch it away.
Just be a bitch out the gate, man.
Out the gate.
There is something about, like, someone that is through and through bitchy, like, off the rip.
Yeah.
That I do usually, it doesn't mean you want to be friends with them, but I do inherently trust them more than people that are just nice.
But you're like,
yeah, exactly that. Oh my God, when we first moved from New York to Florida and how many of like the Southern mentality of like, the bless your heart, like that whole thing. Meanwhile, we're coming in with Queen's energy. My mom was like, I don't trust any of these bitches, which I understand because she's like, I'd rather you call me a bitch to my face than you say it behind my back.
Right.
But, you know, just different sensibilities.
I guess the Southern sensibility of being passive aggressive.
Bless her heart.
So Hunt's having all of these apprehensive feelings, but is also kind of surprised to see hope in Isaiah and Naomi's eyes, almost like they believe her, or at least want to. Hunt will do no such thing. Hunt blurts out that Micah tried to kill his Bryce Quinlan. Like, I think he was going to say his girlfriend.
It seemed like he was about to drop the G, y'all.
Who knows? Or maybe he was going to say the M word.
Yeah. Or my bitch.
Or
my hole.
My hoe.
Yeah. Except not even his hole. Not yet.
Nope.
So I guess his lips.
My lips.
My lips are at home. And somebody was pouty at him.
That is unsettling.
Yes.
Which lips is off of the ball? When she gently suggests, so he blurts this out when Celestina gently suggests that she hopes she can work with Hunt to learn what caused the tension between him and Micah. It could be all of the trying to kill him, but, whatever. Naomi tenses at this sort of interaction because Hunt becomes immediately alert when mentioning anything about protecting Bryce. But Celestina only sighs and tells him that she is sorry for the pain of that experience. Further, she surprises everyone by letting them know that not only is Hunt welcome to keep living at Bryce's, that she welcomes any of the Triari to find their own dwellings outside of the Ox dorms if they so choose.
I don't fucking trust yo ass. I don't trust your top neither.
Your ass or your top parts.
I don't, yeah, but in between is fine. The guts, I'm fine with.
She then looks at Isaiah, his tattoo on his forehead, and has the balls to say out loud that though the Asteri see him as a slave, she views him as a free male and that she will continue to work on getting him released from his bonds.
Isaiah's throat worked, and Hunt studied the window, the shining city beyond, to give him privacy. Across the room, Naomi followed his lead. Celestina couldn't be serious. This had to be an act.
But Selena just continues forth like she didn't just say this really insane thing to Isaiah, going over schedules and going through her expectations of them as a boss would. She concludes the meeting saying, hey, let's all meet up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, get a little sleep, get some sleep in time before the others get here. Others?
Isaiah asked. The archangel frowned slightly.
The rest of the Triari. They were delayed by a few hours due to some bad weather up north.
All three of them stilled.
What do you mean?
Hunt asked quietly.
What's this?
Like we're all waiting for the other shoe to drop.
What's
okay?
this
So
fresh hell you're bringing?
Let's hear it, bitch. Let's fucking hear it.
Celestina looks confused as to how they don't know what she's talking about. She apologizes for the lapse in the communication. And
Maybe we should work on the communication of this business, huh, Celestina?
maybe that's your first day on the job. And she explains that after Ephraim took over Sandriel's place, he was left with a large triarii, and Micah's had shrunk down due to the torturing. Since Selena didn't have her own before on her tiny little territory, the Asteri decided to split up Ephraim's triarii.
Roaring erupted in Hunt's head. Sandriel's triarii, the actual scum of the universe. They were coming here to be part of this group in this city. A knock sounded on the door, and Hunt twisted as Celestina said,
"Come in."
Lightning crackled at Hunt's fingertips. The door opened, and in swaggered Pollux Antonius and Baxian Argos. The Hammer and the Hellhound.
Dun, dun, dun. He flapped in.
Baxian, you better hound right out of here. And I'm like, but my flaps. But what about my flaps?
It should make it easier to get out.
I think maybe we should think about the Hellhound as dressed like this instead. Think about his dirty little baby head and his dumb little fucking sticky flaps that won't stick to his face. And think about that, man.
Why?
Torturing your ass.
Oh, being a silly Billy.
Yeah, I'm like, my flaps might get in your wounds.
Oh.
And it's just flapping about the town. And very scary, though.
Yeah. How do you feel? We talked about whether or not you'd want your torturer to be
Hot
or not. Would you want them to be funny?
then it really like ruins it's like doing knock jokes. Like knock goes there. It's like, oh, it's a hammer in the face. Like, they're not going to be good at it.
That's not a good one.
Because I feel, I'm putting my brain into a torturer's stand-up body, and what kind of things he would find funny. I'm sorry, I assume the gender, but they would find funny.
Thank you.
But you're right, because you know what? Women can torture too. And beasts can torture as well. Anybody can get to torture, and if they have a will, there's a way.
Yep. And that's for all of you to remember out there.
Always remember, there's
Be
always
afraid of
time.
everyone.
Always time
Everyone's
to
a
torture.
threat.
Yes.
At chapter 10, we are getting our first glimpses of these bastards. It took me a while to really sort through all of these side characters. So I've obviously read the book now like 5 times. And there are so many characters in her books that have 2 to 3 separate names each.
And like so much happens over time as like you get to know the characters. So what you know of them could ebb and flow, but you also never know if it's going to or when it's going to. And you should just always assume that they're all bad until you find out otherwise.
Or that they're all going to have sex with each other.
Or they're all going to be banging Wangs.
Yeah.
Wangs and wings, I'll take it all.
Wangs and wings.
That's a fucking triari.
That's your all-male strip club name.
Yeah, Wangs and wings. Oh my God, yes. But it's like it's a fae strip club. Well, it wouldn't just be fae, but it's like
you open the strip club and it's only cosplay characters doing the stripping.
I mean, it's kind of like, I guess it would be a different level of themed burlesque.
Yeah.
But like take it to, like I want it to still, like I want there to be a whole, I'm not saying donkey show. I just feel like if there's more, not, because like a burlesque is an insane, like very talented people.
Oh my God.
Something that I've always wished I could do.
Exotic dancers.
Oh yeah.
Strippers
very,
are
very difficult. It's very
incredible
it's insane
athletes.
to me
That
people think that people look down on people that strip or anyone that like does burlesque and things. That's like, do you know how difficult it is to do that?
Well, I don't want to know the people who would look down on it. They're because they're boring
idiots.
Boro Snoro idiots.
Yeah, it's just like, could you imagine being like, oh, Oh, it's just because you can't fucking do it, bitch.
Yeah. No, we're just yelling at people that we've made up in our heads.
Yeah, I'm angry about him. And maybe it's because I can hear the flaps.
Calling in the air tonight. Flap, flap.
No, stop it, Natalie, stop.
So
I can't put my hands on my head or else I'll destroy my hairline.
So we have these two new characters, the Hammer and the Hellhound.
Uh,
The Hellhound, whose given name is Baxian, is described as dark-haired, dark-skinned, finely muscled, with shining crow-like feathered wings.
Yeah, hello. I'm right here. I don't think you needed to describe it to anybody.
I know.
I'm sitting right here, Natalie.
Well, some people are only listening. He has a nasty lightning-shaped scar down the side of his neck. Hunt knows that scar.
Oh, yeah? Why come? He'd given it to the Hellhound 30 years ago. Some powers, it seemed, even immortality couldn't guard against. Oh, it makes me slamming for him.
Hunt scarred him forever.
Yeah, you see it? Yeah, I think about you all the time, boy. Wings and wangs. Think about you all the time.
Hot, honestly.
I know, man, wings and wangs. I want it.
Yeah, same. So they're enemies. They're enemies turned lovers, question mark? We'll find out. Hunt feels anger at the sight of him, but his rage really simmers over at the other male, Pollux, who's also known as the Hammer.
Which was my nickname in college, but I will say
Pollux
I
or the
received
Hammer?
it. The Hammer. I was called Hammer for a very long time.
Because you wear those genie pants.
I wish I was wearing genie pants. No, it was just because my catchphrase was the hammer gets nailed, and I would just get really drunk, and that's when my alter ego, the Hammer, would show up. And it was the Hammer. My Hammer is very different than this Hammer, mostly because
you
of
weren't
the
a
blonde.
sadistic, calculated killer.
Just wasn't blonde. I was a
just
brunette.
otherwise it's the same.
Exactly the same. So
Okay.
please, yeah.
That sounds like very dangerous, and I'm glad that you survived.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's the Hammer, so blonde, so mean, golden skinned. He looks like Rocky from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but a sadistic bully instead of just being a himbo.
That sucks. I hate that, Natalie. Why can't he just be a himbo? You know I have a soft spot for himbos.
I know. I wish he was just Rocky from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Always, man. It's just so I know we bring this up all the time, but it really is crazy in my head when you look at the pictures, like the artist rendering of what the characters look like, and it's so pathetically simple in my brain that I'm like, I can't see the bad people as being so hot. Like my brain can't let me think of them as so fucking hot. And then you look at the pictures, it's like, but it is even scarier knowing that they're so hot.
I think one like Pollux makes more sense because he looks like a bully from high school. Like he looks like people I was actually afraid of.
Yeah, like the captain of the swim team.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if your swim team, my swim team was very, very bitchy.
Them and I think, our football players were the meanest.
But it was because we had a bad football team. That's why
I don't
we
know
had
if ours
bad
were any
swimmers.
good, but
Oh,
they
okay.
were big
Mean.
and they
They
were
were mean.
cruel. But not handsome.
Damn.
No.
That's a bad combo, y'all. Although, don't worry. I'm sure, unfortunately, someone is strapped to them somewhere.
Oh, they sure are. Occasionally I'll go see if they're online, like when I'm really drunk or something, and I'll be like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
You hear that, Jeff Winkler? You're a piece of shit.
Fuck you.
But I think he's probably fine.
Yeah, and it's like you're not writing the comments. You're just thinking the comments.
No, I just yell at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rage fills Hunt's head as he sees Pollux grinning at him, and he can't hear what Celestina is saying as Pollux smirks at Hunt, clearly enjoying rattling his demeanor.
Couldn't hear anything except Pollux drawling
Hello, friends.
before Hunt leapt from his chair and tackled him to the floor.
Hunt!
You know we can't do this right now. Beep. But but what is this gonna do, babe?
This is where he becomes sort of the himbo part
This
of him.
is the Love Island
where
section
he's
of
like,
Hunt. Yes.
must attack.
And didn't like not control, not thinking he is reacting, not
Yes.
responding.
Yes, for
Think
sure.
for a second, Hunt.
You just got permission to stay with Bryce, and you haven't even gotten them panties yet.
Eba.
We'll have to wait to find out what. Well, I guess he kind of got her panties.
I mean, yeah, but he ain't gone all the way. He ain't hit that home run yet.
No, he ain't gotten that home run.
Mm-mm.
We have to wait to find out what happens after this moment because we cut back over to Bryce's apartment and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I really tried to look back, but I believe this is our first ever Ethan POV. I don't think we've ever
We didn't have it in the last chapter with his. No, none of that was because that was Hunt's perspective.
I feel the same way. There's like this scratch at the back of my brain that
Yeah.
we have him, but I can't find anything where we were with his POV. So this might be his first time. And
Okay.
if not, you guys have to yell at us, I guess.
Please.
But so we're with Ethan and he's alone at Bryce's as Bryce and Hunt are both at work. And he, of course,
Maybe this is the one I'm thinking about.
Mm.
Sorry.
Bleh. And he is at Bryce's by himself because, of course, he was dropped there the night prior and they basically told him he has to stay there for now. So he's there alone. With Syrinx. Syrinx is also there. And he's peering around Bryce's bathroom as he holds a washcloth to his face, trying not to get overwhelmed with the memories as he sees and smells Bryce all over the room. Her makeup, her perfumes, her hair accoutrement. It's all too much for him. On top of that, he's running out of distractions at the house that will help him not think about the royal mess that he's found himself in.
Well, not only the royal mess, but also it's like there's something about like being in a crush's house with no one else. But like I feel like I don't know if I can ever say I've been in that situation before, but think of the want to go through her shit that is there. That it's like, I feel like I'd be like, well, if I just look through her shit, then I'll stop thinking about the royal mess that I'm in. And I'll change my perspective.
I think at this point, we don't even really know he has a crush on her.
I mean, I feel like we kind of, I think you can kind of assume that he does, because especially the way he is about, like, his brother loving her so much. And, like, I feel like also that kind of love of, like, that his brother never got to love her.
Right.
I feel like this crush is so, of course, like, I feel like it's kind of like, of course he has a crush on her,
That and
it's also a part of his brother.
And also, it's just the awkwardness of this person you were extremely close to and then went through a huge trauma with and then never spoke to again.
And
like
you're both in different places.
I have friends who I haven't spoken to in a long time, imagining being in their house after that, being like, that is weird.
After they did you a huge solid as well. Like that, it's very uncomfortable, very precarious situation to be in.
And he knows he has to be here, though. He knows Sabine meant the banishment, that it wasn't a joke. Knows that even though she'd missed, that she'd meant to take out his eyeball and almost succeeded. He reflects on how he'd probably be getting ready to go meet the Archangel right now with Sabine had he not, quote unquote, betrayed her. And instead, he's going to need to prepare. And this day is going to be him trying to figure out how to be a lone wolf. Something rare in the wolf world, but not unheard of. Much like he's a Rambo.
Aww.
Yeah. Since wolves have to get introspective, because they got to think of their deep thoughts and they need to do it both as a human and as a wolf, he shifts into wolf form while still in the bathroom, realizing a little too late that he's probably too big to fit in the room, and bottles go flying as he becomes his wolf self.
Oh no, and his clothes burst off his body.
I don't know how that works.
I mean,
he might have already been naked. He probably already was.
Okay. I'll take that. Nothing gives me more pleasure than thinking about the clothes of a werewolf bursting off their body as they shift.
Don't sexualize him. He's being sad right now.
I know he's sad, but that's the perfect time to sexualize him.
No, I know. It's hard not to.
Especially pining sad. I know it's not just pining. He also like lost his wolf back and like, well, everything else.
He has to gaze at himself in the mirror and be like, who do I look like when I cry?
Is this girl I see staring straight back at me?
That's what he's singing, I'm assuming.
Yes, it's very ex-Tina.
So he watches himself as a wolf in this room, just trying to figure out what the future holds for him when his phone buzzes. He shifts back to humanoid form, dejected. I wish that he could have.
Yeah.
It would have been so cute. Or if he could like text with his nose.
Oh, it would be so
nose
difficult. Oh
detection
my God,
technology.
that's cute.
Oh. He sees that it's a text from Perry Ravencroft, wanting to know frantically whether or not he was alive. He has no interest in speaking to anyone, including this Perry, who is, as he thinks about the Omega of the Black Rose Pack, is also Amelie's younger sister. But technically, Perry did bring him to Bryce's, even if she didn't help step in to help defend him as he was being beaten half to death. So Perry kind of is doing him a solid, being a bro, because she did take him to Bryce's
But
afterwards.
they didn't step up, but also at that time period, what was she going to do?
Yeah.
You know, it's like if she knew she was more powerful than Sabine, I would
Right.
expect and want that. But
She's an Omega. She's an Omega. Come on.
And also going against someone higher than you in the wolf pack is against every section of their fiber of being.
True.
So even doing that probably was difficult for Perry.
So, and you know, she did, and she is asking about him if he's okay. So, and Ethan is that technically he's an old softie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
She begs him via text just to respond yes or no. But before he does, he takes a moment to look around Bryce's bathroom again, sort of realizing that Bryce has also been exiled from her pack over the last couple years.
Think about it for a second.
Maybe having a moment of realization, almost empathizing.
Ooh.
He texts back a simple yes to Perry and then puts his phone away, making his way back to the living room. He thinks about how he didn't regret for 1 second coming to Bryce's aid that day in the streets, even if it landed him here.
Yes, King.
But he doesn't know how to handle this emptiness that he's feeling now. So similar to when the pack was murdered or when he walked away from the Sunball team. But he gets a sense that Connor is somewhere asserting that he needs to just keep moving on. Somewhere the ghost, the spirit of Connor is telling him to keep stepping forward and to make better choices than he did the day before. He sighs and walks over to Syrinx, asking him if he'd like to literally put one foot in front of the other and go on a walk. Syrinx just rolls over onto his back for belly rubs. Ethan obliges.
I want to give Syrinx belly rubs.
I know.
Oh my God.
So cute.
I want a Syrinx so badly.
Carmi's pretty close.
I know she is, and I love our baby Garmy. Won't she'll eat anything, though.
She sure will. I feel like Syrinx would too, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Syrinx definitely is a little mischievous.
Oh, he's so mischievous. We'll find out what happens to Hunt now. Bryce's POV is watching him disapprovingly on the other side of some cell bars. They are split.
Hunt.
The last time he was in this position in this room, it was pretty dire, if you'll remember from the first book. Basically was being tortured and told he was going to, be Sandriel's servant again. This seems less dire today, if only for the simple fact that Bryce is in the room this time instead of, him just having to look at photos of her scrolling across the wall. But also because we know Bryce's thoughts here are more bemused than terrified.
Yes.
So he is back in that cell. But seems like Celestina is not immediately turning into a scary monster. She tells Hunt she's already talked to Celestina, actually, and that she seems nice. In fact, so nice that she had called Bryce to come retrieve her bruised and battered property.
Wow.
Certainly a far cry from Micah's behavior.
Certainly, again, not something that I trust.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Bryce is sort of lecturing Hunt, asking him why he would act like this on Celestina's first day, and he challenges her, asking why she thinks he would do this on purpose. She cringes at the voice that responds, "Because you're a stupid bastard." I don't know why I think he's Southern.
Oh, I get it. I mean, he's definitely like given frat boy Deliverance-esque, of just like so give him that accent, give him that distinguishment.
Because you're a stupid bastard.
Not that I think that everyone with a Southern accent is like that.
I do.
Natalie does, and she's told me that many times. And I've asked her to stop saying it, but you can't change someone's feelings.
Nope. She's reminded.
I won't. And I won't. Man, everybody knows, man. I think anyone that has listened to this show for this long knows, man, Natalie, raging bitch. Just like, wow. Once, there's no change in her.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging it.
My flaps cowering in fear.
I won't bully your flaps till we're off air.
Thank you.
So
thank you, because I can't cry into the mic right now.
I know. So she is reminded when she hears that voice that creep Pollux is in the adjoining cell. Hunt basically tells Pollux to shut it. And then another angel appears. This one, not behind bars like Hunt and Pollux. Bryce recognizes him as the Helhound and describes him in her thoughts as tall and lean, striking in the face, but not beautiful the way Hunt and Isaiah and most angels were.
Thank you. I did this on purpose. Thank you.
She also she recognizes him as the Hellhound because his skin flaps out to the sides.
And he's so upset that he goes into hound form eventually, just so the flaps turn into ears.
She also recalls that his nickname comes from the fact that he has the rare genetic makeup of being a shifter as well as an angel, so he becomes a hound.
Fucking cool, dude.
She has dislike and distrust of Baxian, but utter disdain for Pollux. For Bryce's part, it's partly because she knows that Baxian never directly tortured Hunt, just that he's done 100 other terrible things. Bryce
angel shifter gotta do what an angel shifter gotta do.
I mean, technically that's true. Like, he doesn't really have a lot of choice in the matter, but...
And also, like, in thinking of...
I guess he could have rebelled like Hunt did, and he didn't.
And look at how far it got him.
But he did the right thing.
But I imagine, though, that does put Baxian in quite an interesting predicament to be both a shifter and an angel.
Yeah.
Like, that you don't, like... Whereas, like, Ethan has his pack that, like... even Bryce earlier saying that, like, she doesn't identify as Fae, she identifies as a human. Like, it is very important what you identify as in this world.
True.
To know what your community is.
And this world.
And in this world. But I feel like Baxian, I think that out the gate is like okay, interesting that maybe you never... I know at this point you're not thinking that, but it's like, as you get to know the character more of just, like, maybe there is, look at the Umbra Mortis. Did the Umbra Mortis want to do what he did? No, I'm not saying that about all the characters. He's just really
good at killing people.
It's just, I think that the play of it's always the shades of gray. I love that she plays with it.
She does. Oh, she paints
she could
so
be
many
with something else.
Shades of gray with her paintbrush of thoughts.
Where's my flaps? Let's talk about my flaps.
Oh, I know. So she feels this sort of extra contempt for Pollux because he is a bastard and has definitely tortured Hunt a bunch of times. However, Bryce refuses to shrink as Baxian approaches, and Pollux, behind his bars, begins to taunt her. So they're both sort of like shaking her down. Pollux stares at her cruelly, objectifying her in his gaze, and insinuates that she's dressed like a prostitute.
Wow. Oh, so new. Bryce snickered.
Any other outdated jabs to throw my way?
At Pollux's silence, Bryce said,
"Sex work is a respectable profession in Crescent City. It's not my fault Pangera hasn't caught up with modern times."
Whoa, slay.
Sorry, Pollux.
Yes.
Pollux sneersons at her and suggests that Micah should have killed her long ago.
Wow, you're really just like, again, it's so funny how like all bullies just go for the same thing. It's like,
If you really want to get to her, say like you weren't good enough to become a professional dancer.
sure,
Ouch.
yeah, get to know her a little bit more,
Ouch.
and then you can fucking read her a little bit better.
I know, seriously.
She's got things to be read. Don't get me wrong.
So he's doing the same old thing that all of these males do.
Oh, she's a whore. Oh wow, good one. It's so like, I feel like I wish I had had this attitude growing
Of
up,
course.
being called the D-slur so many,
Oh
like,
my
over
God.
and over and over
in high
and
school.
it's just like, but also like, thank you. Yeah, I wish I had been at this brain space at that point to also be like, and
It's just
yeah, I probably eat way more pussy than you do, so, and
yeah, no, for sure. But that's why it's easy to, like kids get bullied because
yeah.
I mean, I didn't know how to defend myself
No.
at all. I didn't understand the power of humor.
Interesting. Don't worry. Yeah. But look at how funny we are now.
Now aren't you all sorry, Courtney Smith?
Wow. Yeah. Love it. Oh, a generic name too. So you can never really find her again.
Oh, I found her. Don't worry.
Keeping tabs. Keeping flap tabs.
No, it's fine. She's fine. She had her own battles, I found.
See, this is the thing. And this is what ends up, oh, perspective. Isn't it 2020, but not the year.
So, Bryce.
I just feel like, man, remember at the start of 2020 when everyone's like, 2020 vision, it's 2020. Like, I feel like you just,
Isn't that too early?
and how quickly it changed.
Man, I am rewatching Parks and Rec for like the 10th time because I like to have the comfort shows on in the background sometimes. And their predictions for 2017, 2018, 2019.
Were they spot on?
No.
Oh.
No, they had a lot of hope. Very optimistic looking towards the future.
It's nice to have hope.
Yeah, because they didn't know what was going to happen in 2016, and they did not have predictions for it.
You know what, Natalie? I also hoped to properly put on this bald cap today, but sometimes whew, that hope just goes right in the toilet.
So
And then you got flaps.
and
then you look at
then
the
you got a
government of
poop
flaps.
cruise.
Yep, it's poop cruise and flaps, everybody. That's all that we're left with.
So Bryce won't be intimidated by his insults and stares into his soul with her fire eyes. He gets more pissy at her pertinence and calls her all the classics, half-breed whores, he'll shove his cock down her throat, etc. Blah, 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 blah. She just laughs him off. Actually approaches him and lets Pollux near enough to grab her throat, shows him how unafraid she is of him by letting him know that if he goes after Hunt, she'll make his life a living hell. Not, she probably shouldn't. But
Really
like Hunt
shouldn't
started
be
it
threatening.
technically, but
Why? Guys,
but as he
does this look like staying out of shit?
as he
Either one of you?
As he lunges for her, because she's right there, she lets some of her light out, blinding him. He hisses and covers his eyes, and she laughs.
Good, you're just like a gremlin. I ain't gonna feed you after midnight either.
Nope. She's surprised to hear Baxian laughing softly behind her as well. She tells him to fuck off in so many words, but he doesn't offer the same level of aggression that Pollux does. Whatever that is going to mean for the future, we don't know. So is he playing both sides? What's happening?
The Hellhound's dark eyes gleamed. He turned on his heel and said before entering the elevator,
Glad somebody finally put a bullet through Micah's head.
"Oh, really, bitch? Okay, bitch, I see you.
Or is this another trickery?
We don't know. We don't know, Natalie.
This seems to stun both Hunt and Bryce, but they don't discuss it further with Ol' Hammer nearby. She mockingly lectures Hunt again, and he gives her a little pouty face behind his little cage and asking if he can go home yet. Bryce tries to hide her smile as Celestina's voice filters into the room over an intercom, obviously listening into the conversations going on in this holding room. She tells Hunt, Celestina that is, tells Hunt he can go home now. Pollux, incensed, asks what about him? He didn't start this fight. But she seems not ready to let him out, maybe because he's got a rude dude. Rude dude, bad attitude.
Rude dude, bad attitude.
Hunt's cell slides open as Celestina tells Bryce to keep Hunt in line.
Bryce waved at the camera mounted beside the TV. When Celestina didn't answer, Bryce stepped back to allow Hunt out of the cell. He limped toward her, badly enough that she looped her arm around his waist as they aimed for the elevator. Pollux sneered from his cell.
You two mongrels deserve each other.
Bryce blew him a kiss. Yeah, bitch, stay there. Bye, bitch. Oh, yeah, I know that we're gonna fucking come back to this at some point in the future,
And
but
it's probably
not right
gonna
now.
not bode well.
It's probably gonna be
it's probably gonna
bad.
hurt.
And it's
but
probably like we maybe shouldn't have started it off like this. But
with
it's
a guy
also-
who loves his favorite thing to do is torture people.
But-
He is a torture fanatic.
But please, really make sure to have all those wounds
Immediate
open,
enemy.
festering. Yeah, make it good. Poke him in it.
Poking at you, poking at you.
The thing is, poking at you. The thing is that I like to follow rules, and all of this hurts my chest. All I keep thinking of is if I were told you better be good, or
That's why I say it every day at the beginning of the day, so that
Natalie calls
You
me at
come-
6:00 in the morning every day, and then she threatens me. And if I wouldn't be good if I didn't have it.
and you say, what does it mean to be good? And I said, well, you better figure it out.
Yeah, bitch. And then you say, put on another ball cap. And I'm like, bitch. And then you hang up.
Mhm.
But that's our ritual every day.
Yeah, I bully you every morning.
Into
And it gets you to
submission.
do your work.
Yes. And that is what a partnership is. So I
I
guess
hope that's nobody's relation. If that's your relationship, that's not good.
they're calling it's at least I guess if you're around, I'll deal with it then. But don't be calling me to bully me.
Yeah, what? I'm going to answer the phone?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm not gonna.
I'm a millennial. I don't want to talk on the phone.
Yeah, yuck and a half. But I know that all of this is bad, and I'm nervous about all of it.
Yeah, it's not going to just go away, certainly. But
No.
you know what will happen in between all of it? Banging.
Banging, 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 banging.
That I can promise you.
Yes. Thank you so much for the promise, but I'd rather it be a threat. Yeah.
I'm going to bang you.
Ah!
Ugh, no.